It all started back in, oh gosh, my childhood. Basically, it was just the ideal old house. And my mother-in-law, Ms. Nichols, when she learned of our interest in it, said, "Don't buy that house. It's haunted." Now, I know your next question is going to be, is it really haunted? Well, that's a good question. I don't believe in haunts. Um, I like the fun of it, and I think my children picked up on that too. But I will say, odd things happened. Doors would open and close. There would be noises in the place. You just couldn't explain them. I had a series of pictures. These were lithographs, early lithographs, hanging in the back uh, day room, we used to call it, back where the television was, on the rear of the house. And the six of them hung over a settee that was there. And those six were very pricey to me. I had to spend a lot of money having them framed and so forth. And while I was at work, my wife called me. She says, "You just won't believe this, but all six of those paintings, those pictures, fell off the wall at one time. All six crashed in the floor." And she went out, rushed into the room, expecting to find glass and stuff everywhere. Noticed that the pictures were gone from the wall and scattered on the floor, but not one dent was in the frames or even a piece of glass broken in it. That started out the peculiar thing. She says she was there by herself as I was working late one evening, and the door to the parlor, which had been closed, swung open, and she looked, expecting to see one of the kids come through, and just as mysteriously closed back. The most interesting story was covered in a book, The 13 Ghosts of Georgia, by a woman who came from Alabama who wrote it and spent the night with us. We told her about a vacation that we were going on and did. And you fix up all kinds of things to look after canaries that my wife had, and that was her hobby at that point. And we got a water device that would last at least 10 days. We've only been gone a week, will be gone a week. And enough seed that would feed. And so all of this was working. You put the canary in the kitchen on a wall hook that I had devised myself. It was wrought iron and put up, and it was sturdy. And it was a good, bright, sunny room. The kitchen was at that point, so it's a good place to put the bird. We didn't have a dog at that time, so that was no worry about that. But we hadn't been out of the driveway an hour on our way to Florida when the wife says, "I just got a strange feeling that something's wrong." And I poohed the whole business, and we went on and had a great trip. But every once in a while we're down there, she mentions, "I've had a strange feeling something's wrong at the house." Well, I don't think we talked about getting a neighbor to come and call them and walk around and see if there's anything there, but one of our neighbors had our phone number and knew where to reach us anyhow. So if it burnt down, she would have certainly called us. Well, at any rate, this went on. Finally, the vacation ended, and we came home. And the house was still standing. Great relief. Got in, brought all our luggage in and everything, and Glenora went into the kitchen, and she shrieked. The bird cage was on the floor, the bottom of it knocked out, seeds and water scattered everywhere, but no canary. What happened to that canary? I went all over the house. Everybody was upstairs looking. I could find droppings at several windows where that bird was trying to find a way to escape. Uh, no bird. And suddenly I came back, my hands on the hip. I have no idea where the bird went. But as I did, I cast my eyes to our aquarium, and our poor canary was drowned in that uh, water of the aquarium. Now, what made that cage come off a hook with a big deep in it? Uh, hit the floor and open up, I have no idea. That it remains to this day a question I cannot answer.